Do you want to know how amazing people connect? Well, you're in the right place. Welcome to Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie.
Thanks for connecting. And if you like what you hear, please share.
Good morning, everybody. All right. Hey, it's so great to see everybody this morning. Looks like we may be starting off with a couple issues. So we're going to take a look at that real quick as we get going. Having some connectivity issues this morning. I am live on location and so excited this morning to be with you on Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie. Here we go. I got my my Santa hat is ready to go. And I'm on location in Albany, Oregon. And I want to start off by thanking our sponsors this morning who are amazing. We have Southpaw's Pizza here in Albany. That is incredible. And I want to thank Southpaw's for their sponsorship and all of their just great support. And also Davis Home Inspections, all your home inspections. Go to Davis Home Inspections. Go to davis1.com for more from them. And for Southpaw's Pizza, go to southpawspizza.com. They're amazing companies, great supporters, and just blessed. So this morning, I am so glad to be with you. I have a great guest, Mr. Timmy Douglas. Timmy Douglas. I'm going to call him Timothy, but he goes by Timmy. And just so excited to have him with us this morning. We're just taking one more look because it is not going to be broadcasting on LinkedIn this morning. So just taking a quick look at how that is going. And so hopefully that will be broadcasting there soon. Yeah, these are the fun things about live video. Live video, always, you just kind of have to go with the flow on that. Go with the flow. And this morning, with being on location, always makes it fun. You never quite know what you're going to get. So hopefully that's going to broadcast soon on LinkedIn and we'll get moving. So anyway, listen, I want to thank everybody who is watching. We are broadcasting live on Facebook at the moment and on YouTube. And so great to see everybody here. If you are over on LinkedIn, please spread the word. And my wonderful team member will spread the word right now that we are having LinkedIn issues, but we're live on Facebook and on YouTube. So I hope everybody jumps over there. So I'm going to bring Timmy in right now. We're going to get things started. Excited to have him. Hey, Timmy, how's it going?
Doing well, Russ. Doing well. Thanks for having me on the show. I appreciate it.
You bet. Well, you are no stranger to live streaming and to podcasting because you do that. And so you know that every now and then things happen and you just roll with it, right? You just keep on moving.
Yeah. I've been on several of my own podcasts where the guests have had to wait in the Zoom room because my connection just went crazy and Zoom closed me out. My computer shut down. So I'm completely aware of all the issues that you can run into.
Yeah, it happens. Well, listen, hey, let's get things started off and let everybody know really who you are. I know what an amazing young man you are, but tell everybody who you are and what you're all about this morning.
Yeah, absolutely. So name's Timmy Douglas, recently graduated college, and I really really love to help people with their dreams and goals. It's just a passion of mine. I think I lived so long, playing football. I was a really I was a good football player. Went to college for it, but I hated it, and it kind of kept me trapped in my own life and stronghold that wasn't keeping me happy. So I know that feeling, and I know a lot of people feel that feeling, and so I'm really passionate about helping people with their dreams and goals. And obviously, a big obstacle to dreams and goals is financial literacy, financial freedom. So I also love to help people out with that and do a bunch of real estate investing.
So, real estate investing, that's really interesting. You got into that coming out of college and all that you're doing. So, first, let's start on that. What exactly do you do and help people do through real estate investing?
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess I have to start with saying I've been learning about real estate investing since my freshman year in college, so the past 4 years. Biggerpockets.com, great resource for that. Once I graduated college, I got my realtor's license because it was a good way to get into the game. But then I did an energy audit, and I realized that being a realtor actually drained my energy. Like, I really didn't like it. The salesy side of it wasn't ideal for me. I didn't want to build relationships just to sell real estate. I was more on the empowerment side and really helping people understand how to invest in real estate to create generational wealth for themselves and their family. So I dropped the realtor side because when I first started studying real estate, didn't even want to do that. So I went straight into the investing side, specifically multifamily syndication. And so now I'm going to be straight up honest. I know the process, have not closed any deals. And that's the journey of a lot of people getting into the multifamily space right now. But as I'm thinking about my business, I'm like, okay, I have my podcast, and my podcast is ramping up to a daily show. We're actually going to start posting here daily on Monday. And the goal of the podcast is helping people with their dreams and goals, but I'll be able to use the platform to raise private capital for real estate. And in that sense, I will partner with other investors to build generational wealth, both for myself and my family and their families as well. And so it's really educating people on how you can connect with the right people and really grow a company and build wealth in real estate without having to do a lot of the heavy lifting that you think of when you think of real estate investing.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's just it. I mean, you got to start somewhere, right? And you have a bright future because you are an amazing young man with lots of dreams and goals, and you are taking action, which I find amazing. So you're live streaming and podcasting and stuff you're doing. How did that start? What is that all about?
Yeah, absolutely. So, like I said, I've always been passionate about people's dreams and goals. And so I really, back in March, was like, yeah, I'm going to start a podcast because it'll be fun. And the intent of the podcast was actually to help me grow my sphere of influence to sell real estate better. And because of that, I was very inconsistent with the podcast. I didn't really like doing it. It was very particular to people in Austin. And it was not the right vibe. And so then I heard about an energy audit, did the audit of things that give me energy, things that drain my energy. Really was talking to people about their dreams and goals makes me passionate. So how can I do this every day? And then I started thinking about how I could record the podcast every day. Had a friend, Whitney Sewell, talk to me. He runs a daily podcast too, about the power of a daily podcast and growing your network. And I was like, if I really enjoy this and I could do it every day, what's stopping me? And then from that point on, that was about 2.5 months ago, I started thinking about how I can run this podcast daily, how I can do this thing that I love to do daily. And now we're here.
Well, and that is the great thing about podcasting and live streaming is when you really get in the groove and you do it consistently and you start building a community of people who know who you are, and you really start taking action, able to help you with anytime you build community and you connect people, it's going to help you with in. And this podcast is all about how amazing people connect. And so we're all about connecting to people and helping others connect to others. And I think you have done an amazing job. You and I got connected up, and just because you've been very all that you're doing. And so it's so amazing, I think, that you're doing. So you just graduated this last year, is that what you said?
Yep, 7 months ago.
Wow. Are you glad to be out of college?
I am glad to be out of college. I will say jumping into W-2 life has not been the most fun thing ever because I have this thing I'm passionate about, but then I have the thing I do to make money. And I'm like, I'm trying to merge those things. And so when I'm thinking about my adult life, future wise, I'm like, yes, it's going to be a beautiful, fun thing. But it's the process of moving towards things that give me energy versus staying in this job that maybe isn't the most exciting thing for me. And so I'm excited to be out of college, but right at
Right.
this moment, it's like the possibilities are what's exciting.
Well, I'm going to jump on that energy and the things that really energize you and really move you forward bandwagon because, this is what I always promote with people. First of all, you need to be passionate about what you do, you need to have purpose in all that you do. And I believe that when you are passionate and you do have purpose, it's going to create energy for you to do the things that you're doing. And you got to make sure that you stay in your lane. What I mean by that is do the things that you were meant to do. We're not all meant to do the same things. We're all different. We all have our own unique God given talents. And so I think you are really starting to find your groove and move into some areas where I think that really will help you. What's the name? Do you have just one podcast or live stream, or do you have more than one?
I just have one, and it's just Living the Dream. Living the Dream podcast.
Okay, so and it's audio or video and audio.
Video and audio, and we post the videos on YouTube, and we'll cut up 30-second clips from our podcast and put them on our social media. We aim for 3 per podcast.
Oh, cool. Well, I think that everybody's got to start somewhere, and it's so great to see you because I think that promoting yourself through your casting well and building your YouTube channel are always very, very, very positive. We need to expand our footprint, our community, and that is huge. That's huge. Okay, so you haven't landed your first deal yet. You're doing real estate investing. What other arenas have you thrown your hat into?
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess to kind of explain a bit better about my process and what my business is going to look like, I have to let you guys know about my genius zone. And so I recently read Who Not How, and really what you were just saying, Russ, of like really focusing what is your lane, what are you best at, focusing on that. So I know I want to be a real estate investor, but I also know I'm not really an underwriter. Like I'm not the guy who analyzes the deals. I can do it, but it's not what I love to do, which means I'll always procrastinate around it. So I really love talking to people about their dreams and goals. A big thing you need in real estate is partnerships, capital, and like your network. So I was like, I'm going to be the networker and the visionary in the real estate business. And then I'll have a guy that does the acquisitions. I'll have a guy that does the underwriting. I even have a guy to do the investor relation one-on-one calls for like specific deals. And then I'll have an asset manager. And I'll just be the guy who's kind of like leading the team as well as generating the leads for the investor relations guy. And so that's what the real estate outlook is now. And so everything's running through my genius zone, which is talking to people and helping people accomplish their dreams and goals. And so the other arena I've thrown my hat into is coaching. I've always wanted to be a coach. When I was in high school, I took an entrepreneurship class and I made a life coaching business in that entrepreneurship class. And so it's really teaching people that who, not how concept, and specifically my target right now, the people who I feel I can help are people like me who are like in a W-2 or maybe they're a solopreneur and they're trying to do it on their own, helping them understand the who, not how concept that will allow them to stay doing what they're passionate about, but also build a business, build a system that benefits them, their clients, and the people they're working with.
So explain for people that don't really know that and haven't read the book, just the general premise of the who, what, how concept.
Yeah, exactly. Who, not how is like you are a who for somebody and somebody is a who for you in that you have a specialty and your specialty provides value. And when you can provide value, you can connect with somebody who can also provide value to you, and you guys can team up, and that value that you make together can be a service. So when you think about Tesla, like Elon Musk, right? He's the CEO of Tesla. He's a really smart dude, but he has a bunch of who's around him that make Tesla run. Like Elon Musk does a very specific number of things. Like he's the leader. He also does some coding for Tesla and stuff like that. But he has a bunch of employees, a bunch of senior executives that make the business run. And that's kind of the concept of who, not how. Figuring out what you are specialized in, how you can serve others, and then surrounding yourself with people who can also help you. Another common example of this is like, you know, once business executives get really busy, some of the things they stop doing is like mowing the lawn. And it's not that mowing the lawn is like they're too good to mow the lawn. It's that their specialty isn't mowing the lawn. There are actually people who run a business mowing the lawn. So not only can you support those people who are running that business, but you can also hone in on your genius zone and serve others in the best way that you can. And so it's just maximizing the good that can be done by partnering and looking at that partnership as an investment as opposed to a cost.
Right. Well, you know, I think that that's really interesting the way you bring that up, because it's important for people to know just because you can do it doesn't mean you should do it. Okay, so
Yes.
just because you can do it doesn't mean you should do it, because what are you productive at? What really drives you, your business, and all that you're doing? You need to stay on that, and you need to delegate and get other people working with you. I have a wonderful team member she is amazing and does so many things for me that I can do that aren't really what I should be doing and what I want to be doing. So that is really where it comes down to. What is my genius zone? My genius zone is dealing with people, driving encouragement, inspiration, helping them with their sales and marketing. Being a keynote speaker, I had a wonderful event yesterday, was able to speak to about 100 youth that were amazing. And so those are the things that really drives me. And so the other stuff, I need to have other people working with me to do as well. I totally agree with you on that. So what are you doing currently with all of this? I keep going to say it wrong. The who, not how. Let's say it again.
Who, not how.
There you go. Who, not how. I keep thinking that wrong. The who, not how. How is that translating into getting your first big deal in real estate and all the things that are going to drive you forward? Because obviously you have goals and plans of what you'd like to do, but you need to obviously drive that to getting results in what you want to do. So what are your plans there?
Yeah, absolutely. So when I really jumped into the podcast, I realized that one of the things I needed most was my time back from my W-2. So I realized cash flow was very important. Now, real estate builds wealth, but you shouldn't get into real estate to get rich quick. Like you're not going to produce 10,000 a month in cash flow, 5,000 a month in cash flow in 90 days in real estate. I'm not saying you can't do it, but chances are if you're starting out, it's not very likely that that's what you do in your first 90 days. And so I really started focusing on, okay, so I know I'm going to use who, not how to run my real estate business. I know I'm going to have an acquisitions guy, have an underwriting guy, have an asset manager, have an investor relations guy, and I'm going to have a very specific role in that business. But how do I get to the point where that role is significant enough to purchase those properties? And how do I get to my goal of having my time back? Real estate, generational wealth, long-term thing. My podcast is going to be the main driver. So right now I have the systems in place, and I also have team members that are helping me run my podcast. And as that audience grows, my investor base will grow for my real estate business. So that's kind of like, that's done. Just keep recording the podcast, keep advertising the podcast, and then maybe do some special episodes around real estate and post real estate content as the system gets going. But as for replacing my W-2 income and getting my time back to actually have the time to zoom out, do a bird's eye view, work on the business instead of in the business, I need to drive revenue quickly. And that's where the coaching comes in. And so I have 3 clients right now that are one-on-one for free. And really one of them I've done the first call with. 2 of them are, we haven't set up our first call yet, but It's one-on-one coaching, and then I'm working with another mentor, which is using Who Not How to develop a group program that I can offer to people that is a bit higher ticket and will drive that revenue, help me replace that income. So biggest goals right now is replacing my W-2 income, which will come through coaching.
Yeah. You are definitely heading the right direction. I really need to applaud you on all you're doing for your young age, and I mean that as a compliment. You're doing great things. You're moving the right direction. Stay consistent. That's what I want to encourage everybody. All you do, you need to stick with it. It's a long haul. It's a marathon, not a sprint. That old phrase is so true. We got to stick with that. So, hey, Timmy, listen, we need to wrap things up. I want you to give everybody your contact information and last today.
Awesome. Yeah, for sure. You can shoot me an email at timdouglas924@gmail.com. If something is urgent and you need a response, you can go ahead and text me at 512-591-6138. Again, that's 512-591-6138. Another way to contact me, Instagram DMs at timdouglas924. And my LinkedIn, just Timothy Douglas, is also a good way to contact me. So any of those, and there'll be a headshot that looks very much like my face looks right now. On my LinkedIn. So yeah, any of those are a good way to reach me.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Also, hey, I do want to point out
I really appreciate you. Oh, good.
Yeah, I just wanted to point out that my link to my podcast, which is the Living the Dream podcast, is also in my Instagram bio link tree.
Great. We'll make sure and link to that for sure. So we have that information on there. And listen, I want to thank you so much. We're going to definitely stay connected. I just connected you up with another friend that I think the two of you will be amazing connected together. In fact, he is on my noon show today, Russ Reels. So anyway, I think you guys will be a really dynamite connection. So anyway, listen, thanks so much. We'll talk really soon. I'm going to send you to the green room as I wrap it up. Hang tight for just a second. Thank you so much again.
Awesome. Thank you.
Hey, everybody. There's a little lag today, and that's probably all my fault because of where I'm located. I'm on the road, on the move, but you know what? Life happens, and we just keep moving, keep it going. I'm here every Monday and Thursday, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, Marketing with Russ. And we didn't broadcast on LinkedIn today, but if you could spread the word, we'll make sure and get a link up there so people can see it. But we did broadcast on Facebook and YouTube, and a little bit of a lag, but all is good. Hey, it's live video. You just go with whatever happens. And I appreciate everybody. I really appreciate Timmy today coming on. I appreciate him and all that he's about, all that he's accomplished already. And he has a bright future. You need to get in touch with him. We got all of his contact information, both in the comments and on the show notes. So make sure to contact him, talk to him about his coaching, talk to him about his real estate investing, all that he's doing. And I just appreciate all of you guys. Remember, once again, every Monday and Thursday, Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie. And today at noon, I had a couple people on here today from my noon show. Elizabeth and Inger were on, and they're on the noon show today. Russ Reels Live. I have Inger, Elizabeth, I have Usama, Aya. They're all on today. And we're so excited about that show today, talking about an inspiration injection for you, for your week, for your life. And that's coming up on much better because I'll be back in my office, much better reception at that point. So, hey, thank you so much, everybody. Be blessed. Have an awesome day. And until we see you again, have a great day and a great life. All righty. Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining us for this week's episode of Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie. Be sure to subscribe in your favorite podcast app so that you don't miss a single episode. Have an amazing day.